Pakistan's ambitious Hormuz mediation effort suffers dramatic twist amid escalating regional tensions. Ironically, Mediator Pakistan now requires another mediator to negotiate with Trump administration. Pakistan urgently turns to Singapore after completely failing to secure the release of its detained crew members. Mediator Pakistan scrambles frantically for external help after U.S. aggressively seizes Iran-linked tankers. After positioning itself as a regional peacemaker, Pakistan's diplomatic tightrope act stands fully exposed. Mediator Pakistan has asked Singapore to help repatriate seafarers from seized ships, seeking Kuala Lumpur's consular and logistical support in the process. On May 8, Pakistan's foreign minister and Singapore's foreign minister discussed the matter on a phone call, coordinating how to handle the crew's welfare and eventual return. Pakistan's foreign minister, Ishaq Dar, also discussed the issue with the Iranian foreign minister, reflecting close coordination between Islamabad and Tehran on the seafarers' status. The development comes after the U.S. intercepted at least 3 Iranian-flagged tankers last month, a move that has drawn legal and diplomatic scrutiny from multiple countries. Analysts say the incident has internationalized tensions surrounding the U.S.-Iran confrontation in the Strait of Hormuz, pulling in third-country crew and jurisdictions. Dar said Pakistan was prepared to facilitate the Iranians' safe return through Pakistan if needed, using its own ports and administrative channels in coordination with all sides. Ishaq Dar said, and I quote, "We appreciate the cooperation and support being extended by Singapore. Pakistan, through its Foreign Office and relevant authorities, is closely coordinating with U.S. authorities and others to ensure the safety, welfare, and earliest possible return of our nationals." Unquote. The episode has placed Pakistan in an unusual position where, even as a neutral mediator, it finds itself dependent on external help to secure the release of seafarers stuck in the geopolitical standoff. Tensions continue to simmer between Iran and the United States military around the increasingly volatile Strait of Hormuz flashpoint. An Iranian lawmaker claimed that only the IRGC Navy would ultimately determine which vessels are allowed to cross the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian MP Ghaysem Ravanbakhsh reportedly stated that no ships would be able to pass through the strategic waterway easily anymore. The Iranian parliamentarian further claimed that the United States would eventually be forced to accept Tehran's legal regime in the strait. Iran also accused Washington of relying on proxy partners, including the UAE, to maintain energy supplies for America and Europe. Meanwhile, Iran has unveiled its own counter-initiative to Trump's now-paused Operation Freedom in the Gulf region. Iran's Ports and Maritime Organization announced that it is prepared to assist commercial vessels crossing the Strait of Hormuz. According to reports, Tehran plans to provide maritime guidance, technical support, and emergency medical assistance to passing ships. Fuel supplies and additional logistical provisions are also expected to be offered to vessels navigating through the Strait of Hormuz. The announcement is reportedly scheduled to be broadcast 3 times daily for 3 consecutive days through maritime communication networks. Commercial shipping commanders were also informed about Iran's new Hormuz transit plan, according to Press TV. Iran has launched a new mechanism for governing maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, marking a significant escalation in Tehran's effort to formally regulate movement through one of the world's most strategic waterways. Under the new system, ships seeking to transit Hormuz are expected to receive an email from the address info@pgsr, which Iranian authorities are using as part of the new approval framework. According to Press TV, Iran will use that email channel to lay out the rules and regulations that vessels must follow in order to secure what it calls safe passage through the strait. Reports say ships will be required to comply with this framework and obtain a transit permit from Iran before entering the choke point, effectively placing passage under a formal Iranian authorization process. Iranian state media describes the initiative as a sovereign governance system that is now operational, underscoring Tehran's intention to present the move not as a temporary threat, but as an established regulatory reality. The IRGC has also warned that ships transiting the Strait of Hormuz must exclusively use the routes designated by Iran as safe, reinforcing Tehran's attempt to impose direct navigational authority over the choke point. Iran's Revolutionary Guards further warned that they would act decisively against any ships that avoid those Iranian-designated corridors, making clear that deviations could invite immediate consequences. IRGC statement said, and I quote, "Any deviation by vessels to other routes will be unsafe and will be met with a decisive response from the IRGC Navy. The only safe route for passing through the Strait of Hormuz is the corridor previously announced by Iran." Unquote. This major Iranian move in Hormuz was reported just as Trump decided to pause Project Freedom, creating the impression that Tehran's pressure tactics may have coincided with a temporary U.S. operational pullback.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.